I'm back. Everyone are here?
Hi.
Or still on the break?
Is there, hear me?
Hi, Emerson. I'm here.
It's okay. It's okay. All of you are here, are back. Okay, thank you. It's okay for talking about the questionnaire. So now we will see an example, two example of financial reports. Just I was showing everyone just examples for knows if people are familiar with the reports or not, because we must discover the specific problems all of us faced during the manage of the project on the past. It's okay?
Yes, that's fine.
It's okay. So to everyone, I will send the examples of two financial reports, and that example I showed, I will formatting for simple page and sending for everyone see. So on that financial reporting, I will ask for people take a note or say what they can't understand, what they didn't know about the firms, about the financial reports. It's okay. So now I'm going to show an example of one narrative report. Everyone can see that narrative report?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
It's okay. There is a narrative referring to the first budget I show it, the budget of around 600,000 euro. It's okay. Is it in a big narrative report? Everyone, I'm going to scroll. It's okay. It's okay. Everyone knows or see any report saying, I'm going to scroll slowly. It's okay. So I'm scrolling. Let me scrolling quick. Everyone knows or sees some narrative reports with the same structures of this one.
Yes.
Just I'm scrolling for people see maybe know same models. Okay, generals. There is an image of the projects, activities, assumption, logical framework, gains, generals, results. Partners, co-partners. Yes. It's okay, Eugene.
Hi, Emerson. I'm just noticing that your report has a logical framework. I wanted to ask, is that the same logical framework as the one that we did at the workshop in Joburg for monitoring and evaluation?
Yes, they on the workshop they explain us how to manage the logical framework, but the idea are the same.
All right, thanks.
Yes, okay. So is it an example? But that example is come from one model draft. Same, the financial report has come from one model draft. So with development, because with development, the results respecting according to the policies, according for the manual of procedures, things like that. So now I'm going to send for all of you examples of financial and narrative for you see and for you discover the problem you face on. I'm not going to show concretely or specific the details I showed, but similar for you discover the problem you see. So now important for me, for us, for Sipati, is for no more example about your project, your narrative, your financial report. For example, so from Zambia, Charlotte, yesterday you asked me about if you can about which kind of example. You have an example?
I sent an email an example of just some project report. But I think it's not some financial project report.
You send it?
But I don't think, yes, I mean, I think that it is, the examples that you've shown are much more detailed and more both for the narrative and the financial report are much more in depth than, for example, the example I shared.
To find out.
But we can.
This is the new one.
So because we know our example, Sipati knows our example. So is it possible for you sharing your example, please?
Sure.
I'm going to give you a permission, please. Let me give you a permission, multiple. Is it okay? You can share it.
Yeah, sure. No, let me just.
Okay. You sent it today on 3:15. I see it. Thank you.
Yeah. Are you seeing it now?
We can see the
Oh, you're
title.
seeing the folder.
Yes, the folder just.
Oh, let me just, I think I just, oh. Ah, here. So this is a 3-year project that we're doing. I don't know if you want me just to, you can see it now, right?
Yes, yes. Annual reports, okay.
So,
Is it UA Financial?
yes, this is a financial report.
Yes.
So this is a 3-year project that we're doing.
Yes.
So this is the report for the first 6 months that we submitted recently.
Yes.
So all the numbers here are the lump sums. There's like here, there's different tabs. So this was like the proposal budget,
Okay.
the funders comic relief. And then all the numbers are like lump sums for the entire year. And then the details are here in the comments section. And then I think this is just some, and then this is the reporting. So the
Okay.
agreed budget, and then what was actually spent in the first 6 months. And then we need to submit after 1 year. And then this is what was agreed for year number 2. And then this is agreed for year number 3.
Just report
So-
for one currency.
Yes, it's just one, it's just one currency. So it's all pounds. So
Okay.
we get the money, it converts into kwacha, but we just calculate it according to the exchange rate and then report back into pounds.
Okay. If you have another fund, you can report on the same with another currency. On the same models with another currency.
Sorry?
If you have another fund founded, another organization will fund the same project, okay, and you can accept the expense with another currency on the same report. You have a space. Can you scroll up, please? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Is it format? Oh, it's okay. It's just for one currency. It's okay. Thank you. You can continue, please.
Okay, yeah, I don't know, I don't have much, I don't know what else what else you want me to highlight? I mean, we don't have particular challenges or anything, I think, so far with this
It's okay.
budget.
So
I mean, I think a challenge that we're dealing with here in Zambia is that our currency is very like, well, I guess more countries are dealing with those issues, but like our currency was very unstable.
okay.
Well, that's like a bit of issue, but
Okay, you have here on the annual reporting, is it a resume? Do you have a maps with details of execution?
sorry?
You have a maps with details of the execution of the execution budget details. Sorry, I'm so
The
sorry.
terms, like a contract?
The details, I mean, when you can scroll up, please. For example, it's okay. For example, it's okay, down again, please. It's okay. For example, facilitator number 1. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Facilitator number 1. It's okay. Facilitator number 1 receipts on the second here. 2000 for 2000.
Oh yes, there's a, yeah, where there's a inflation where like,
Yes.
so the year 1 budget,
Yes.
I think is has an inflation of, what is it? 10%.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see here 1.1,
0.1. Okay.
and then this one has a 10%, because I think we found that was the average inflation rate in the
Okay,
last couple of years.
Get the rate. Okay. So you have any maps of details of expense? A maps, not a reporting, and a maps, the place where you can fill the details of the payment. For example, a space you can fill the name of the person who you're going to pay, receipt number, the VAT, the VAT, things like that.
We don't really have it that like most of these things that you're mentioning, they come out in our accountancy system.
Okay.
I can show how that comes out. So that is where the detail is of like every expenditure. Let me just. I think. I mean, we don't. So those I can share this, but it's not really. I don't think it's very insightful for anybody here.
So,
but I can. So I mean, this is from our accountancy system. So here are still the lump sums of like different,
okay,
like the different our chart of accounts, and then like what is allocated to different activities. And then on the left here, you see our chart of accounts.
okay,
So if you go into our accountancy system, that's where like then the actual detail comes of you know, for expenditure, the check number, and where the cash request number, and the vendor, and like that's all.
Okay.
But we don't do that separated in Excel or anything.
okay, okay.
I
So,
mean, we have a few projects where those things where we kept more like a cash book when that is necessary on a separate file, but for this one, it's not necessary.
it's okay, it's okay. So the finance, the annual reports with the reference of your maps. Okay, thank you, Charlotte. Do you have an example with narrative report?
I didn't send one. I can pull one up. I can for the same project, but I think it was very.
It's okay, just an example. Just we see the models.
Well, I can. Sorry, I'm just. Sorry, let me just go back to sharing. So this is another project. So here's a midterm progress report. So this is a project where we're working with like using Circus as a tool to work on the sustainable development goals.
Implementation, okay.
So status of implementation, challenges,
Learning and adjustments, okay.
outcomes,
Okay.
objectives, blah. So here's a bit of a very basic outcomes. And there's challenges again, and the target group.
Budget adjust, okay.
And any budget adjustments, which we don't have.
Conclusion, it's okay.
So
It's okay, it's simple and good example. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Charlotte.
you're welcome.
It's okay. If everyone, someone have another example, please. Eugen.
I can share something. It's very simple.
It's okay. You can share. I give a permit for everyone sharing. Yes.
Share. Can you guys see that? Is it a spreadsheet?
Yes.
Awesome. So this is super simple, but I've always worked for organizations that had massive budgets and people who were specialized in accounting and finance to do all this sort of thing. So now that I'm trying to help Isaac manage finances, this is a tool that I created. So just to walk you through it, the first column is really just the description of what the expenses are. And then I have monthly columns.
Yes.
And literally just put in the columns in yellow are actual costs that were expended. And then the rest of these are just forecast. So this is how I kind of manage budget versus forecast. So we've got our HR lines, travel, equipment and supplies, local office supplies, marketing costs, and you can see that the costs are kind of sprinkled out. Many of them haven't occurred yet. But then when you get to the bottom, there's a row that is the monthly total spend for that month, and then the cumulative spend, and then the balance based on the tranche of funds that we've received so far. So for a lot of the projects, we might get 50% upfront. That way I can try to monitor, like here in May is when we'll go into a negative and need to either fund this through another mechanism, floating the money, or get a second tranche of funds from the client. So not super sophisticated, but it does help kind of manage. Oh, and I do have at the very end, like the total budget amounts, and then by budget category. So yeah, that's one example of a, I won't call it a budget tool, but I don't know, it's just a financial management tool that I use.
It's a simple and practical. And you have a place where you can find fill the details of the payments, the names, the payments, the VATs payments, the receipt number concerning to your report.
No, it's not that fancy. This is really just high level. Are we gonna spend all of the money, or are we gonna go into deficit? Like, are we on track with what we forecasted that we would actually spend?
Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. Another example, Jenny? Thank you.
So this is a, there's a local NGO that I work with called Stepping Stone, and this is a report from the closeout of a project that we did called Freedom from Fear, which sounds really ominous, creating safe homes in Botswana. And it's just a narrative report. So it's what you would expect to see: table of contents, acronyms, description of tables, and then just a general, summary of what happened in the project that's descriptive. And then we have various objectives, the targets with the indicators, and the level of achievement that was reached during the actual funding period that are color coded using robot stoplight colors, red, yellow, green, to indicate how things are going. Lots of green, which is always a good thing. Occasionally there's a red, but it is what it is. Those things happen, and the funders for the sort of work understand it. And then for each activity, there's a bit of more narrative. And then we actually also put in lots of pictures where we can. This was a film project, and these are photos from on set. Lots of visuals we put in because the funder is, yeah, it's a company that wants to feel like they're doing good in the world. So we put in lots of pictures so that they see what the work looks like, even though they're halfway around the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And even we include newspaper articles. Yeah, this was a fun one. So yeah, that's kind of all I have. How do I stop sharing? Stop sharing.
Okay, thank you, Jenny. Good example. Okay, okay. Anyone have got an example? Melody, you have an example? Eugene, Tevizo, Callisto.
I
I can't put it on the screen from here, but I can send it to your email.
It's okay.
Let me try to send it to your email so you can open it for me and put it on the screen. Meanwhile, somebody can share whilst I do that.
Okay.
Okay, unfortunately for us, I don't have it as a soft copy. We usually get them as physical copies, so I'm very far from my office right now.
Thank you. So all of us, we can share the example if it's necessary for take out the particular details. If we don't need to show the detail, we can take out, just we can send it for Sipati, just examples. We can take all of details we mean it's details we can't show. Yes, Callisto.
Okay. Yes, I have a lot of examples. So now I can share. I can't share
Yes.
on this meeting. After that, I will share with by email so that tomorrow maybe we can discuss, we can present. But we have a lot of narrative report and budget and financial report done on our side. So from now, I have difficulties to share, but I think that today or tomorrow morning I can share with you guys.
It's okay. It's okay.
Emerson, I just sent you something, but let me see if I can share from my phone.
It's okay. You have a permit.
Can you see the document, African Culture Fund?
Yes, interim narrative report.
Yeah, okay.
SOFACO, Special Cultural Organization. It's okay, please.
Yeah, okay. So on here is the grant code, the name of the organization that's reporting, the title of the project, and the period, just like the one that you shared earlier, just like your template, it also shares on the period when the project starts and ends. And then we have first a listing of it's a very simple one, this one. It's got a listing of the activities and tasks that were completed during the reporting period. So you list also the results that were achieved from those activities and the achievements, more or less also defining the outcomes of that. And then you also state on the third part, the final changes to the project compared to what was originally proposed and why. You also justify why those changes. Then you also list the activities that are yet to be done, outstanding activities. And then you also talk about the community relationship of your project to the community, like the essence to the community. You give the different points that you think your project relates to community development. And then also, like Jenny's template, it then asks on the last part of the reporting for, articles, media articles, photos, posters, anything that was published as evidence of the project, and then signing off and the date, and that's just that.
Okay.
So this one is for the budget that I shared earlier on the project that I was sharing about the female digital project.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Is it simple and we can develop a lot of activity response? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Melody. Do you have an example of financial report? If not, it's
For
okay.
this one?
No.
Yeah, I have.
But if you can't show by your phone now, it's okay. You can send it, and we will discuss for know the problem you faced or solution you have to give us. Thank you.
Okay, for sure, I can do that.
Thank you. So now we have just 5 minutes. I can please take more 5 past. We can finalize 10 past 5 if it's okay for everyone. Hello?
Yes.
It's okay, just 10 minutes past 5. So okay, now Callisto, can you talk about example of Kuzula project? Hello, Callisto, you still here?
Yes.
Okay, let me share the questionnaire. A second, please. Let me see if this one. Yeah, it's okay. You can see the questionnaire, Callisto. Everyone are here. Give an example of one project they're doing on the past. It's okay. On the first column, you have country organization. The second column, you have a project name and action development. Local, the project where development, implementation period, budget management. It's optional. If you want to say about the budget or not, depends on you. Founder, problem occurred on finance and and narrative report. Difficult obligation according to the procedures. The result you achieve and the percentage you mean to achieve. Please, one example.
Okay, one example. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. The example ASGO Festival is an international festival we are doing every year at May, but during this period of COVID-19, we are not doing because we must organize and comply all the laws in Mozambique. The other one is ASGO Dialogar. We are doing the same time with the ASGO Festival. Local Maputo, we did at Beira and Nacala, Mozambique.
Okay.
Implementation periods, we have got more than we are doing the festival. To prepare the festival, we make at 1 year.
Okay.
1 year, 6 months, six months before and 6 months after the festival. Managed budget field.
It's not.
I didn't get
optional. If you want to say about if you want to mention the budget, you can. If not, is it okay?
Yeah, I can go to founders. We have a lot. We to do the festival. First of all, to do this type of the events, without the funders, without the donors, is not sustainable to make this type of the event. So before we worked with OSISA from ACA, we worked from Institut Francês, Instituto Camões, and the local partners here in Mozambique. Problems include, these sections. The first of all, our issues is on budgetary. The time we make the budget and the time we receive the funds, the price here in Mozambique changes. So we face some issues on this period on the budgeter, the final amount between what we have budgeted and what we have to pay on the time we receive the funds. The other things is the logical framework. We have some difficulties to finalize and fill the logical framework. We have faced these things last times. We are working now to perform well this type of requirements that needed to the projects. Difficulties in performing obligation according to procedures. We are not facing more difficult to perform obligation according to procedures. So, but some expense, some expense items we don't have some invoices, receipts. So that is difficult because our artists here in Mozambique, all of them doesn't have any company registered. So to compliance all the procedures, we must fix some rates to pay the government here to consider that cost as fiscal accepted, and our donors accept that cost. Where did it achieve to be satisfactory? Yeah, I can't get very well the where the results achieved to satisfactory. Do you have some example for that section? Okay. Oh, I can say 90%. 90% because all events as we plan it, we done as we plan it. However, the problems we are facing on the budget, but we must find a solution to do the project as we plan it. Percentage of 95%, the percentage of satisfaction. I can't say 100% because some events we can't get all. How can I say? We can't cut all has 95% we are satisfied.
Thank you for everyone. I see you soon. I will send it in a new date just for we finalize the first page. But please send the completed form and examples. It's okay. Thank you, and I'm so sorry about my English for everyone. Good afternoon.
You keep apologizing. No need.
You're
No
great,
need
man.
to
Your
hear
English
you.
is fine.
Thank
It's
you.
fine.
Thank you, Emerson.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry
Bye-bye.
today I couldn't be here with you all the time. I had other things to do in the same time, so I apologize.
No need to apologize, guys. You did great. This is great stuff. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye for everyone. I'm going to
Okay,
end.
bye.
I'm going to end. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.